money on. It's too many. You're getting 2 videos today because I just fucking feel like it. And also this outfit's just too fucking good. But moving on, I fucking hate people, especially women, who do the argument of, oh, well, he didn't want to be a father. Why does he have to pay child support? You are not a single-celled organism reproducing asexually. You did not make that baby entirely by yourself with your own DNA. You may be single. You may also be an orgasm. Fuck. You may also be an orgasm. Fuck. You may be an organism. Shut the fuck up. You're both of those things, but you did not make that baby by yourself. If anything, people, you wouldn't even be pregnant in the first place if that nigga wrapped it up right, or if the birth control hadn't fucked up, yada, yada, yada. If a dude doesn't want to keep a baby and doesn't want to be a father, that's kind of fucked up already, but it's some people just aren't financially ready to be in that situation. But the one thing is, I just think it's stupid. If you're going to be paying tons of money to, support a kid anyway, why not be in that kid's life? I don't know. That's just me. And also, why the fuck wouldn't you pay money? Think of it this way. Let's say you're a fine ass woman, who's ooh, I'm so sexy, so clean, balling out, iced out. And then you meet a guy, and then next thing you know, you two do the deed, make whoopee, and then your entire life changes. Now you have stretch marks, back pains, your titties are leaking milk on a daily basis, you're in constant pain, and then fuck, he's not around. And now I have to spend all the money I was using to look cute and youthful and enjoy my precious ass life. Now I have to spend it on baby food, on diapers, lots of diapers, because babies shit a lot. Lots of baby clothes, because those shits grow super fast. And then next, you got to pay for schooling, their education, as well as college, as well as when they're very young, you have to pay for daycare or babysitter. And then if you have to pay that those babysitters and daycare people aren't fuck-ass people, like my mother. She wasn't let's just say I don't think she should be around kids in the fucking slightest. Moving on. You have to pay for so much shit. Yes, you have to buy a crib. Just picture anything that a college-aged kid would buy themselves. You have to give yourself a house, a bed, a mattress, hygiene supplies. So much shit that adds up that next thing you know, it's okay, I can only wear the same leggings and t-shirt every day, because I barely have the energy or time to wash myself or take care of myself. I'm stressed out. My baby's crying. I don't know what it wants. And you're freaking out, flipping shit. Meanwhile, that nigga is off somewhere at high-end restaurants with his next bitch. The next bitch, just entirely saying, fuck that kid, that ain't mine. It's entirely his. I don't get people who are that ain't my kid. Because, on the mindset that they didn't want the kid, suddenly it's not their kid. Even if you didn't want it, it's still yours. If you knit a sweater and it comes out ugly as fuck, that's still your sweater. And it's still kind of your responsibility. You shouldn't have made the sweater in the first fucking place. Or worked harder to not, get those knitting needles together. Why am I using this metaphor about pregnancy? You shouldn't have fucked ladies you didn't want to get pregnant. Probably, in the first place. And then once you... let me not get too wrapped up. I'm just saying... Why would you willingly be on the side of, oh yes, these women made this baby all by themselves and they should struggle and suffer as single moms, when it's there's a nigga out there with the whole paycheck just going to waste? Because what do men even spend money on when they're by themselves? Pay-per-view for football games and basketball? To buy songs from rappers on the internet that wouldn't give them the time of day if they met them in person? What do men spend their money on? I really can't. Anytime I've met a man who spends money, it's either on very little, they just stay with the mattress on the floor, playing video games in a fucking fold-up chair all day. And that's completely fine. Or they spend it on really dumb shit. I've met dudes who are oh yeah, I dropped $2,500 just on these shoes alone, just because I felt like that. They're limited edition Nike, why couldn't I? And then it's I already looked at that shit and I'm you're a fucking idiot. But it's even worse if it's you got a kid at home who's starving, who's hungry, who's struggling, and you're out here just I'm gonna buy these $50 video games off Steam, I'm gonna take any bitch I can out to the highest end dinners in fucking Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, or whatever. Why would you set yourself up for that? Or I'm not saying the women, I'm not asking why the women would set themselves up. I'm just saying, I just think people like those, yes, I think they should be hit harder with child support. And also, it disgusts me that there's people out there who like falsely declaring bankruptcy to try and get out of giving child support. You made the baby. It's your child. So whenever, like, it actually enlightened me when I heard this. Someone just said, hey, if you're living a certain type of lifestyle, your kid should also be living that type of lifestyle. Like, your kid should not be struggling to pay for their uniform at school, wearing clothes that don't fucking fit, flooding jeans, dirty socks. Like, they shouldn't be living in squalor or with the bare minimum while you live lavish and shit. And honestly, that makes a lot of sense. That's why I also got a little less mad at, like, hearing about the dumb shit that Future's baby mamas wanted. It's like, you know, as long as it actually goes to the kids, don't ask that man for tons of money, then just not use it on, do it for your kids. I mean this towards women too. Take care of your fucking kids, because I actually was really heartbroken when I heard of how many kids were like sitting there starving while their mom was getting their nails done, like hella expensive manicures, all the little fixings of glitter and gel and UV light bullshit, as their kids just really hungry as fuck next to them crying their eyes out. And it's like, oof. And now those kids grow up to be adults, just fucking miserable. It matters. You made a whole human being who is gonna one day process all their trauma, or not, which is even worse. And they're going to be miserable and hate you. I think the goal should be, even if you don't want to be a parent, at the very least, you either cut yourself off entirely, but just give them a fuck ton of money, because, you know, fuck it. You just created a bill for yourself. And you, like, every once in a while, give them, like, something really good. Like, you know, my dad wasn't the best dad. Not by a long shot. Eventually, he did try, but even then, he kind of failed miserably. But at the very least, I can say that there were times where he was like, oh, shit. Tamia's mama is not doing a great job at getting her clothes that look good on her or fit her well. Like, nah, my daughter's hair is fucked up and she's going to school like that. Or at the very least, my aunts pressured him and was like, hey, your kid looks fucked up. Give us your credit card. And then they took his card and shit and bought tons of money. Bought tons of shit for me. And then it was like, here, girl, let's get you some braids. Let's get you some lip gloss and lotion for your face, some skincare products, some good clothes. And if not for that, I would have been really fucked up. I would have just been stuck with whatever fuck-ass hand-me-downs I got from my older sister. Hair fucked up as hell. Like, just remember, you made that child. Take care of it. For both the genders. But especially if you're someone who just abandons their kid, at the very least you can do is pay the goddamn money. Like, dipping on your kid, okay, maybe you're just some sort of asshole and maybe you really do hate your fucking kid. Whatever, not my business. I'm gonna side-eye you, but it's like, people have reasons and for therapy or just God knows what. So it's like, it's better than staying and being an abusive parent who doesn't change their ways and ruins their kid's life forever, probably. But it still sucks. At the very least, don't leave the kid that you made and abandoned in squalor. They don't deserve that. They didn't ask for that. I don't care if you hate their mother. I don't care if the mother is supposedly an antagonizing, greedy bitch. I don't care. Find a way. Find a way. And if it's like, oh, damn, I don't want my kid, but like the baby mom is really fucked up. Find a way to get custody. Like, I don't know, get your mother involved, get some siblings, or look into foster care, or just do something. I just hate parents who don't do shit for their kids. Moral of the story. Take care of that goddamn kid. It's not hard. And also, if you're broke, don't really... Maybe you shouldn't have been fucking bitches while in the first place. Maybe you should have learned some sex ed. Do that while you're young. Like, you know, I just decided I should probably be very careful about who I have sex with, so that even if, like, a condom breaks or I can't get plan B in time, like, I at least know, then either we have a plan for an abortion and how to get one, or I at least know, I'll be okay, even if I do decide to keep this baby. And at least, like, have a plan. But then again, some of these niggas are manipulative, so I can't say I don't understand women who are like, ooh, they switched up. They said they would love me pregnant. The next thing you know, we're trying to sneak abortion pills into my food. Like, I've read some fucked up shit. Just, some people are awful. Moral of the story, take care of your kid. That's all I gotta say. Bye. Oh, and I'll take another selfie, because this outfit is cute. I like it.